Hi, I'm gonna be reviewing random TikTok videos and YouTube shorts.
I was tagged. Let's see what's going on with this TikTok trend.
Garlic, they say it's supposed to help you improve your...
This is not actually a trend on TikTok, right? People don't actually do this.
Your gut health, so we gonna see.
It will help your gut health. What? How can people believe that it would burn holes in your gut if you would eat a few of them? Actually, literal holes.
She's gonna regret that.
Your body completely tells you not to swallow it because of how toxic it is. I always tell you that garlic is extremely poisonous. Some people still don't get it. I hope that you do now.
So let's go over why this happens and why you shouldn't be doing that. The reason raw garlic can burn when you're eating it is because it contains a compound called allicin, which is a sulfur compound that's actually found in garlic when it's crushed or chewed. And so allicin irritates...
Yes, it releases the poisons in response to it being attacked, which in nature may mean that an insect is trying to eat it.
The sensitive lining in our mouth and throat, which you'll hear called as mucous membrane. And this activates pain receptors, similar to those triggered by like spicy foods, for example, wasabi. And this effect is obviously...
Yes, exactly. Also poisonous.
More intense when you're eating a whole clove because you're having a higher concentration of allicin.
I should add that if you eat cooked garlic, then you will neutralize and destroy some of the toxins. That's why it won't be as potent anymore. And that's what almost everybody does.
What is the most important metric to you?
It's your looks. It is
Absolutely not. Oh my god. Okay, we...
Huh? I didn't know that Paul Saladino is so blue-pilled. Huh. Interesting.
So if we had a girl come through here, she does not give a shit about how healthy you are and your biomarkers. She cares about...
She would care about how healthy you are. If you're completely full of acne, have really dark eye circles. Except if you're mega good looking. And even then, she wouldn't like you. She may be somewhat interested in you if you're really tall and good looking and you look kind of sick, but she would still want you to be healthy. Health is pretty important. For most people, it's really important because it can really level you up. But of course, yes, she will look at your height and the face in the first place. Of course, clavicular is right here. By the way, where is this from? Where does this clip come from? Is it just a random clip on TikTok? I would love to see the whole video.
How you look.
You can't even... What about the study showing that women can basically smell people's immune...
Did he just say woman instead of women? Oh my god. They can smell...
function. That's another thing related...
They can smell your immune function. I don't know about that, whatever, but sure, they can smell you. And your smell is also pretty important. If you smell bad, if you smell like alcohol, garlic, for example, yeah, that's also off-putting. Or if you simply smell sick, as if you're ill, then she will also be put off by that. Again, if you're tall and good looking, of course, she's still gonna be interested in you, but then she would want you to become healthy so that you look healthier and smell better.
Dude, skin is a direct thing related to
You're
health.
worthless, dude. You can't even make babies with a girl right now.
I can.
You cannot make babies with a girl.
I can take HCG and...
No, bro.
Actually, he admitted in a clip that he's not able to, right? That he is infertile.
Your sperm get crushed by my sperm and his sperm.
It's for sure true that Paul Saladino's seed would be healthier, stronger, even though he's way older. But they would still be more interested in clavicular in comparison, also simply because he's younger. Of course, the end goal is the reproduction, and that would then be a problem. It would be pointless to attract a girl and then not reproduce with her. There's no point at all then. It's meaningless, worthless.
Veggies are a unique source of vitamin
Santa Cruz, 2 times in a row.
K.
K1, which we don't need. We need K2. We will need to convert it. Humans cannot do it. Go on with your ignorance. God, this guy's way worse than I thought.
Since I'm a little caught up with all things cottage and cheese, thought I might call someone who's definitely qualified.
Actually, all forms of vitamin K function similarly in the body and reduce risk of cardiovascular disease, osteoporosis,
Blah, 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 blah.
osteoarthritis, and cognitive decline in aging, including dementia. There are some differences between vitamin K1 and vitamin K2 in terms of bioavailability and half-life, with vitamin K2 being more easily absorbed and staying in our circulation longer. But fun fact, our gut bacteria make vitamin K2 and can actually supply us with up to half of our daily requirement. So while getting enough dietary vitamin K is associated with many health benefits, it's a myth that vitamin K2 is the only form that...
That's what the literature would tell you, but how are you going to prove that? You couldn't possibly. Tell me how. You cannot do it. That's a pointless video.
counts.
I'll take this next one.
Fiber, tons of other...
Fiber is the indigestible part of a plant.
Yeah, so the reason it's beneficial is because it's not digestible.
That's it? Or were you going to give an argument?
Glad I could help.
You didn't help. You just said nothing. What the fuck?
Those that don't know, Brendan here's actually quite well known in the animal-based world. He's also anti-seed oil and whatnot, which you know how I feel about.
Ugh. What? He promotes seeds, maybe not seed oils, pasteurized dairy, toxic supplements. He's a scammer. Animal-based. He promotes a plant-based diet, essentially, when you look at what he actually eats.
About that, I have a constant IV drip of canola oil. But I do appreciate his positive stance on things like vegetables and fiber, which I...
Yeah, of course. The mainstream appreciates that. Yeah, that's why he does it. To appeal to the slaves, and then he sells you toxic garbage. What a joke, both of these guys.
I know that's a low bar, but with the animal-based community, as you can clearly see with this dude...
There's no reason for you to eat green leaves as a human being who's supposed to eat mostly meat.
You kind of just have to take what you can get.
And what I said is wrong. Should you be eating green leaves? Well then please, film a video, go outside, and eat green leaves from the trees and the bushes. I am wrong for saying that we should be eating mostly animals? What the fuck is wrong with TikTok, man? And these people are completely going nuts.
Out of 10? Okay, bye.
Stimulating the hunt to boost test. Who made this absolutely stupid video? He's doing the opposite. Oh my god, what a slave. Oh my god. So gullible. So gullible. People actually believe that. He's stressing his body, believing that he's... Well, he is stimulating it. That's true, which is bad. You can stimulate your body with coffee. Stimulants are obviously not good for you. Yeah, people actually believe that stress is beneficial in some way. And the people in nature, for the most part, lurk in the bushes and lay traps. And if they would quickly sprint, it would be only a few steps to throw a spear. And they would do that with 10, 30 people at once. If they attack a big animal, they just lurk, wait, and then throw. That's about it. They don't run through a man-made forest, through a man-made path. You can't even run through a forest. You've never been to actual nature? You cannot run through nature. Look, it's a man-made path. There's no such thing in nature. You cannot run through the trees and the bushes, man. It's gonna cut your legs. People are so... I just can't.
Creatine will never cause liver or kidney damage in healthy users.
Literally has an LD50 value. It's proven to be toxic.
It is studied for,
and especially for your liver, obviously.
For 30 years. People have been using it.
Yes. It has been scientifically proven. It's toxic. Those powders. I made a video about it.
We have studies where people use it for 10 straight years.
Yes, and so I can show you people who drank coffee for 50 years, who drank alcohol, who smoked. Does it mean that it's good for you? Microdosing poisons, something that's toxic, doesn't mean that it's good for you. You're just ingesting small amounts of something that's toxic. What kind of logic is this? If we would measure toxicity like this, then everything toxic would be healthy.
Yeah, I used it for 10 straight years. I still use it now, you know, which almost like we're calling it the new multivitamin for your muscles.
Yeah.
You know, for...
There's no proof for that. You may store more water in the muscles, that's about it.
Aging population for people like me to help stave off the inevitable. So you're going to have high creatinine, but it's harmless, completely harmless byproduct. Talk to any doctor in the know, and they'll tell you the same thing.
Any doctor in the know. Okay, and who are these doctors? How do they know this? Oh, I know. By reading man-made papers with symbols on them, telling them that it's good for you. But when you taste it yourself, you do a scientific experiment, then it tastes bad, and you want to spit it out. Try tasting creatine. Don't put it in your milkshake or whatever you do with tons of sugar. Try eating it like that. Yeah, and no problem. I just saved your life.
Cabbage. Cabbage icky.
Icky, yes, exactly. Oh, and cooked cabbage. Oh, the smell of cooked cabbage, man. It's death. Because of the poisons being released. Ugh. That is just disgusting.
Excuse me? What's up? Sorry. Try.
Sorry. Try again. What? It's just your child naturally expressing herself. I guess that it's a girl. Why would you say try again? Why would she apologize? What kind of a parent are you? Do you teach your children to simply live by your rules, to believe what you tell them? Let them express themselves. It's poisonous, it tastes bad. She probably force feeds that shit to them. Bad mother.
Okay. Mommy? Yes? What's that? That's cabbage. Oh, how does cabbage taste like? It's...
Oh my god. Oh my god. This is bad. This is horrible parenting.
Crunchy and watery and...
It's crunchy, yes. Watery, I suppose, yes. Fresh, okay, maybe. But is she actually gonna say that it's delicious or what?
Fresh? What? I taste it?
But that's not the taste. You didn't describe the taste, actually.
Yes, and you liked it. Here's a tiny piece.
That is really funny. She didn't even describe the taste. Just crunchy, watery, and fresh. Do you say that about meat? Of course, it's not crunchy, but you understand what I mean. You could say fresh, watery, whatever. If it's raw, obviously. If it's cooked, then it's dry. You understand what I mean. You would talk about the taste also. It's delicious. I love it. A nice steak, a rare steak, or whatever people love today. I understand that. But she doesn't say, oh, it's delicious. Cabbage tastes good.
Don't like it?
I can't. Oh my god, man. I can't.
That's fine. Good job for trying.
How much water you need? Did you and Dad drink any water growing
Daddy
up?
would never. My mother forget it.
And they lived to how long?
90s.
So how much water do you think you drank?
If they say it's 8 glasses, it's the opposite. Yeah, that's what they tell us, of course, to drink a lot of water. Yeah, this is what I've heard from a lot of people from back in the day. They didn't drink water. Not from plastic bottles like we do today, of course, anyway, but I mean in general. Yeah, some people somewhere would drink water from natural springs here and there. That's all right, most likely. But not the way we do it today. They would drink milk. It depends on where you come from. In some places, people don't consume milk at all. Actually, most places on Earth, they never used to. And blood, obviously, fruit juices, coconut water, whatever, all that stuff. And you would be getting a lot of moisture, liquids from the raw foods that you would be eating, from the eggs, the meat, the animals.
In the 40s. In the what? 40s. We never thought of water. Never thought of it. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, and in the US, I assume that that's where she's from. They drank orange juice in the morning or milk. Yeah, raw milk.
We never thought of water.
And they would make their own orange juice. They wouldn't buy pasteurized orange juice from the store.
Isn't that strange then?
Yeah, it's pretty strange, you could say. As if there's something going on. As if somebody wants to dehydrate us, maybe. No, come on. That's not possible. Nah. Let's just eat low-fat diets and drink lots of water. And then let's just wonder why we have so many wrinkles.
I know, there's a lot of things we never did that we do today.
Yeah, exactly. A lot, really a lot. And she's not even that old. Or what I mean is that she comes from the 1940s. 40 years before that, it was even different. And 100 years before that, a different life completely.
And they say it's progress. I don't know if it's progress.
Very wise woman. Unfortunately, this generation is now disappearing, and people actually believe that it's so-called progress, whereas in reality, it's very much the opposite of that.
What I eat in a day to poop 4 times a day as your favorite fiber daddy.
4 times a day is too much. That's not normal. Then you must be eating a lot of fiber. Yes, then it makes sense.
Starting off the day with a shot of fiery butthole. This is my go-to when I need to drop a big one in the morning.
What? Oh, wow.
Capsaicin and Frank's Extra Hot and the 8 grams of prebiotic fiber in liquid salad.
You saw the face expression? Yes, that will for sure get your bowels moving, which is a really bad thing. That's poisoning, obviously. Man, people are just living completely counterintuitively. It's just absolutely nuts.
Start my colon and send me on my first trip to the bathroom.
Yeah, that's really, really bad. How do you not get it?
For lunch, I'm having pan-fried salmon with a vegetable med.
Farmed salmon, I assume? Really unhealthy. Farmed salmon is the worst farmed animal that we have today. Farmed chicken is also pretty bad oftentimes, but farmed salmon is actually really toxic. You can actually get food poisoning from it very easily.
Whenever I cook salmon, I'll cook extra so that lunch is covered for the rest of the week.
If you cook it, you may be able to neutralize and destroy a lot of the toxins, but still, I would never eat it myself. I wouldn't risk that.
Vegetable diversity is crucial for gut health. Getting a variety of different
for gut health, polyphenols, just religious beliefs, cannot be proven, just something that he read online somewhere. Yeah, these vegetables have polyphenols, they are good for your gut. He reads it. Oh, really? Okay, then I'll eat them. That's it. That's how these people function, you could say. Obviously, by that I mean the opposite.
Polyphenols and fibers creates a healthier gut microbiome and most importantly, keeps me regular. For dinner, I'm having low carb.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, it's meat. That's good. But on a green, huge leaf. Nice.
Carnitas tacos wrapped in lettuce. Once again, every time I cook, I make multiple servings of meat so I can eat the leftovers throughout the week. Finish off my...
Oh my god. How do you not get it? You're eating fiber, which is indigestible, and that's why you go to the toilet 4 times a day. And I don't even understand why 4 times a day. That's really strange. If you would be eating what you're naturally supposed to be eating, actual animals, raw meat, the organs, drinking blood, if you can get it. You can get the organs and meat for sure, muscle meat. You would be digesting everything perfectly. It would be no problem. You would go once, twice a day maybe. That's about it.
Meal with a liquid salad for dessert that gets me another 8 grams of prebiotic fiber. And that's a full day of...
Yeah, but what's the benefit of going to the toilet all the time to then poop out fiber which you didn't digest? And they actually sell fiber in plastic? And people pay money for that, for a waste product? It's literally a waste product. They have fiber which is left over when they produce certain processed foods, and then they pulverize it, usually, and put it into these drinks with sugar. And then you pay money for a fiber waste product to poop it out, to poop more. Can somebody make sense out of what's going on today? It doesn't make any sense, man. How brainwashed can you be?
Rubbing and dropping logs. Follow and let me know if this is helpful.
These are some of the dumbest TikToks that I've ever seen. We had the girl who ate raw garlic. I'm sure that she's not gonna do that again. Then we had the guy who ran through a essentially man-made forest, for sure a man-made path, believing that he's imitating a hunt, even though nobody hunts like that. And he wanted to boost his testosterone through stress. And nothing that these people do makes any sense. Then we had the wise grandma who understood that everything is changing, but not for the better. Then we also had people promoting vegetables, as always, obviously. The cabbage, bad parenting, and the guy who wants to poop all day long. I've no idea why. Never seen the guy before. Maybe there's a reason for it, but eating naturally would fix the problem anyway, whatever it is, because then you would have normal stool. Why do you have problems with your digestion when you go to the toilet? Because you're eating something that doesn't belong in your body. Of course you will have problems then. That should be expected. If you follow nature, then you will not have any problems when it comes to your digestion, your skin, your smell, all of that, because you will reach peak health. Thanks for watching.